Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drop and Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you are on YouTube, and please remember to give 5 stars and a nice little review if you're on Apple Podcast or Spotify or any of that shit. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Happy to tell you that I still need to shape up. Haven't been doing much, man. I've been staying in the house all day, every day, constantly. I love it in here. Look at this place. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't want to do anything, you know. Also, too, I've just been in the house because I feel like the outside world is going insane. I don't know if it's the ending of summer, just people like wanting to get in all their final chaos before, the walls close and the gates close and we finally hit lockdown all over again. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's the obvious fact of a progressing global warming issue that's making us all weird. You know, it's hotter than usual. I know that. I don't know if it's because we named Hurricane Henri a French name. Maybe that's why the world's crazy. But either way, it's driving me fucking nuts, and I don't know what to do. You know, I know most of this shows about like the news and like celebrities and like I don't know whatever's happening in the world and all that shit. But I might have to stop watching the news. I might have to stop watching the news for a while. I'll be quite honest with you, because it's starting to get to me, man. This whole Afghanistan thing, very crazy. Shout out to the people out there. You know, I realize that stuff is super fucking tough, man. That must be really, really fucking tough right now. You know, Afghanistan, dude. It's nuts. I hear, there's a lot of refugees right now, so I hear. Tons of refugees are going to be going to New Jersey or the tri-state area, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, welcome. I can try and say it in my best Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Phineas and Ferb, voice. Welcome to the tri-state area. That I don't know if that's Dracula or Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but welcome to the tri-state area. We love you. We're happy to have you. Looks like DoorDash is going to be having a little bit of extra competition. Just so you guys know, I'm ready, all right? I might be new. I might be a new employee, but I am ready, all right, people? I don't care. I think it's good that we're bringing everybody else over, too. I hope other countries follow suit, too, not just America, because let's be honest, too, it wasn't just America that was involved in Afghanistan. It was the Western world as we know it. So London, you better be taking people on. Canada, you better be taking people on. U.S., we should be taking on the most people. So that's what's up, man. So I'm happy that those people are finding some sort of better future. Also, shout out to, what is his name? Khasa Zwan, an Afghan comedian who was just executed there a couple days ago. I mean, Jesus Christ. I thought being a comedian here was hard. Can you imagine being a stand-up comic in an actual war-torn country? Like the amount of like complaining and shit we do about the government here, and we just take it for granted. This guy was putting his life on the line every fucking day. Talk about a tough crowd. Jesus, man, it really makes you like put stuff in perspective, and it also shows you too in this weird way that like how beautiful art is and how meaningful it truly is. Because you would think about something like that where it's like, this is a war-torn place. Shit is going down. People die all the time. There's this constant conflict that's been going on for decades. Yet somehow this guy's still doing stand-up. Like he's doing stand-up. Like that's so crazy. And I mean, well, not stand-up. He was doing like more like TikTok stuff. But regardless, he's doing comedy. And I find that to be just so amazing and just so powerful, where it's like, wow, man, like this guy really cares. And it just shows you what art is, where it's just like, to us, it's like, whoa, you still did that? But to him, he's probably just like, that's the only thing I could do, because that's really what comedy and I think just art is for a lot of people, regardless of if they're chasing it as a profession or not. It's just like, dude, this is, all I can do. Like people tell me all the time, like how brave I am because I do stand up, and I'm like, dude, you're brave for not being able to do stand up. You don't get it. Like it's a compulsion. It's something I have to do all the fucking time. It's how I understand the world. It's how I understand other people. It's how I understand myself. And I live through that lens, which may not always be a healthy thing. I do my own personal work and stuff, obviously, but that is how my psyche, how my brain goes. That's how my understanding of it is, you know. So I guess that's not just a luxury of living here. I think maybe that's just what it means to be an artist anywhere. So shout out to him. And also, too, you can see in the car, which is crazy. But you can see it in the car that he's clearly making the two Taliban guys laugh, which I'm like, that is fucking ballsy. Supposedly, from the article, he was still telling jokes and everything. And I'm sure, yes, they're laughing and be like, ha, we're going to murder you later. But also, I'm sure a few of them actually thought some of that shit was funny, you know? And it's like, that's real shit, man. Like, that is real shit. I can't necessarily say if things are going down, if I'd be able to make those jokes. He's doing it. He lived like a comedian until the day he died, you know? So I feel like that deserves so much, you know? I mean, like, again, it's like it puts shit in perspective. It's like we think about, you know, what it means to be a comedian all the time, or even just celebrities or just artists. It's just like, you know, out here in the U.S., we focus on cancellation all the time. You know, oh, you say this and we're going to get canceled and all that shit. That guy got actually canceled. He got canceled from this earth, you know? And it's crazy, man. It's just fucking wild. Sorry, I got distracted because there's a garbage truck outside of my house. The garbage truck is passed, so we are back. So yeah, R.I.P. to Khasa Zwan, who was tragically killed by the Taliban in Afghanistan. We're losing a lot of great artists, you know, these days, man. It's pretty tough. Rest in peace to Charlie Watts from you know, the Rolling Stones. Obviously, you know, that's a pretty big hit, I think, for artistry and everything that's going down. I mean, like, Charlie Watts, you know what's funny is, like, I was never a big Rolling Stones fan. I was always more of a Beatles fan, personally, or Queen, for going to, like, 60s, 70s rock. But, you know, those are two of my things, way more than the Rolling Stones. To be honest with you, I just know Satisfaction. I don't know any of their songs. I know Satisfaction and... what is it? Dressed in Black. Painted Black. Yeah. I know those two songs, and that's about it. You know, I'm sure if I heard some of them, I'd be like, oh, that's that song or that's that song. But it's not something I listen to realistically. But you know, I gotta admit, man. I mean, you give credit where credit's due. I mean, that was a legendary band. They were kind of the in sync to the Beatles, Backstreet Boys, you know, which is really cool. And what I like about him, especially, I think that is particularly entertaining, is just how real of a person he seemed, you know, because I feel like a lot of rock stars, especially like classic rock stars, because back in the day, like, rock stars used to like dress weird and shit like that. Like now, you know, some dude could be in a rock band, but he's just dressing in, like, you know, some like, you know, Nike Dunks and like a graphic tee. That doesn't mean anything, you know. But back then, it's like they'd be wearing like some like a women's pantyhose and like I don't know, like a pirate shirt, just like weird shit all the time. But it was Charlie Watts was never like that. He was just some guy who would just show up and he's wearing regular shit. Like, even when you see all the pictures of like the Rolling Stones and all that stuff, and it's like, you know, Keith Richards dressed kind of artsy and weird, Mick Jagger dressed artsy and weird, other guy whose name I don't know, probably dressed artsy and weird. Charlie Watts, regular 70-year-old man rocking like a fleece. Like a fleece jacket, you know, and some like khakis. I just find that hysterical. And then the fact that he could just like drum and just kill it, it makes it even more cool. And then in this weird way too, it's almost like you know, it's like, since with rock and roll, it's like everybody dresses so strangely or so peculiarly and all that type of shit, that like dressing regular is almost the most rock and roll thing you could do, you know. So it's kind of funny. It's like, it's this weird kind of like you know, reverse psychology he's putting on the genre, which I find to be like really, really cool. So RIP to that guy. I'm definitely gonna be getting into the Rolling Stones catalog a lot more, simply because I just don't know any of their songs really. Like I said, if I heard it, I'm sure I'd be like, huh, that's a good one, and I know that one. But if anybody knows any Rolling Stone songs they want to suggest, any albums they think that I would really like, I would love to fucking hear it, because I'm super like excited for that stuff. I love listening to new music, whether it's music that's come out years ago that I just haven't listened to, or brand new artists. Like, I'm into it. So I'm here for it, man. And I don't, a part of me doesn't know how I didn't really listen to it. I think I was just rebelling. You ever have that where it's just like a band is just so popular that you're just like, fuck you guys. you know Fuck you, you're not that special. Like, I think that's what it was. Like, I was already dealing with like the Beatles and like Queen and the Who and that stuff, and I was already getting that like 60s 70s like band taste, that I just didn't really want another one. And I was already listening to like smaller guys like the Kinks or something like that, who obviously aren't like way smaller than the Rolling Stones, but yeah, they're a bit more niche. So like, and I plus I'm mostly a hip hop guy too. So if anybody knows any specific albums or genres of music that I should be even listening to, please suggest it. Like, I am literally here for that shit. That's why I make podcasts, so people can send me things and make me into a cooler person. So I'm ready for it, But yeah, dude, like, everybody dresses, I feel like, so strangely in music. Like, it started with with the rock and roll guys and all that type of stuff. Or, like, even back in the day, like Little Richard and shit with his like weird like pompadour and like all his shit, all his elaborate costumes. He had James Brown, then he had like someone like Liberace, these people with these elaborate things. And then you have like Rolling Stones and all that type of stuff. I just think it's so cool. And then it kind of, as things went on, like, kind of grunge came by and everybody was kind of understated. Like, the 80s happened, they did hair metal and all that crazy shit. Grunge comes by, everybody kind of downgrades, and it's just jeans and flannels and like a t-shirt. And that's kind of where it stayed, except like, I feel like for rock, that's where it stayed, but I feel like the fashion kind of jumped over to hip hop. And like, then it became like, hip hop with the baggy jeans and all that shit that was just totally nothing anybody had ever really seen before. Really, really baggy clothes, baggy jeans, baggy jackets, everything baggy, big as fuck, huge. You had the FUBU, For Us, By Us, Coogee, all that type of stuff. All the sneakers, that all of a sudden became a huge deal. Sneakers became this huge, big factor, and then now you have it more with like the skinny jeans and all that type of shit. Lil Uzi Vert putting a diamond in his forehead. It's like, where is this going? But it's good to see that energy of just being like weirdly creative with our bodies and our appearance is like still kept up. It's just, I don't think that's ever gonna go anywhere. I think artists always have to be just slightly strange people. Like, even Kanye West, right now, he's legally asking the California courts to get his name changed from Kanye Amari West to just Ye, which is possibly the most Kanye thing you could ever do. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, most people, when they sell an album, they fucking, put a couple grand on it to just pass out ads and, get stuff put out through social media. This guy goes to the courts and get his name changed. That's a flex, That's a fucking flex. I mean, I heard he's actually doing another Donda show, but this time it's in Chicago, and he's actually making a complete remodel of his childhood home, which is so I could only imagine how epic of a show that's going to be. But it's also like, dude, you're pissing me off now. It's like, how many times are you going to be acting this way now? Where it's just like, when are we getting this album? When are we getting this album? Why are you doing concerts for an album you haven't even fucking released yet? Just fucking do the thing. I mean, a part of me almost wants to go, it's not that hard, but it clearly is. I mean, he's a musical genius. I can't really fight that. I am a Kanye stan. I'm not even going to lie. Even through the Red Hat years. I was there through the Red Hat years, all right? Critiquing, but I was still there. you know. So I'm willing to wait, but it's just like Jesus Christ. At this point, I feel like it's never gonna come. You know, like I can only imagine. I imagine myself like 10 years from now writing like a handwritten letter to my love, like we're in the 1700s, being like, my dearest Beatrice, I hope this finds you well. It has been 10 fortnights since the Donda album was announced. Still nothing is released. Our winters have been cold and frigid, like my ears, without this new album. You know, that's what I assume. That's what I assume, because I'm getting depressed because of this. You know, it's hurting my feelings because of this, man. It's like, what did I do? Someone talk to Kanye. Did I do something? What did I do personally that is causing this album delay? I don't like this. I don't like this not one bit. It's not fun. This is not fun at all, man. I've also just never seen. I think it just makes me uneasy because I've also just never seen an artist with this amount of clout, like true clout. Like we all think, like, you know, it's like, oh, Rihanna, or like, you know, she puts out something. It's like, oh, fucking Beyonce Lemonade. You know, like you can only listen to it on Tidal, and everybody listens. Bro, that ain't shit, man. That ain't shit. This nigga's doing an arena tour with no album. Okay. That ain't shit. Listening to a Tidal exclusive ain't shit. Okay, this guy is doing an arena tour with no fucking album, and we're all buying into it. That's what's crazy. It's all making us want to listen to the thing more. Fucking wild, man. I feel like Kanye is an interesting dude, bro. Kanye is the only person, the only celebrity in human existence to have almost a toxic relationship with the world. like that's what he is. Kanye West is just a toxic boyfriend. You know, he tells you he's going to do a bunch of shit. He never does it, you know, and then he turns it around on you about how you're throwing pressure on him and how it's not cool. Like, he's like that, but for the entire planet. It's insane. I've never seen a dude with this much swag, and he can just do it. Nobody cares. We'll all complain, but we all come back. And that's the thing. And he knows it. He knows we won't ever go anywhere. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. You know? I don't know. People are trying to compete with him, you know? Like, Kendrick Lamar said he's leaving TDE. It's like, dude, do you think we're paying attention to you right now? Nobody, like, we care. We do care because you're one of the greatest, but we also don't care. Like, this dude is changing his own name. He still has an album that he announced a month ago that was supposed to come out a month ago that he still hasn't put out. He's doing arena tours. I don't give a fuck. He's putting out Drake's Address. This guy's losing it. We're all trying to watch this guy, you know? I don't know, man. Shout out to the fucking homie. I need to just get a little bit of that juice. I don't know how he captivates people in this way. It's insane. It's insane, man. You know, I feel like every celebrity, when they start their own controversies, they just pale in comparison to what Kanye is. It's like, now that we've seen a pro actually work in like stirring up everyone, when other celebrities do it, it's like, oh, you're not shit, you know? Like, I was seeing today that this chick, what's her name? JoJo Siwa, right? She's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and they're having the first same-sex dance couple on Dancing with the Stars, which I think is actually really, really cool. You know, but I'm sure she did that as a way of being like, oh, like, I'm going to get people to pay attention to me. You know, I'm sure supposedly she's like pansexual or whatever and all that stuff. But still, I think she's probably doing it to get a little bit of attention. But you have Kanye, and he's just such a black hole of attention. He's sucking all the light his way, you know? What's she going to get? Fucking interview with Tyra Banks? I mean, what's that really going to do, you know? I also think I actually think it's really great. She's going to have a woman, you know, dancing with her. I think that'll be cool. I also wonder if two women are dancing, who dips who, you know? Are they just going to be dipping each other? Is this going to be a simultaneous dip? That's all it's also, dipping is the only thing I know about dancing. I just assume people just wait silently on the floor without moving and then just dip each other on cue. That's what I assume dancing is, right? I think totally. All right, but I'm excited to see what she does with the show. I also have no idea who she is. Like I said, I like listening to new artists, but I feel like she is JoJo Siwa. She makes me feel so old. I have no idea what she does. I have no idea what her songs are. I have no idea. I know what she looks like because she's so brightly colored, but but I just have no idea about her at any. Like, is she good? Like, I feel like, she's in that weird like Nickelodeon commercial like level. Does that make sense? Where it's like something you'd see after like a Betty Spaghetti commercial. It's like a commercial for a JoJo Siwa album. She's in that like Aaron Carter, How I Beat Shaq like era, where it's like, I don't know. Are you relevant? Are you not? I have no idea. All I know is anytime I look into like celebrity news, they're never talking about her shit. They're just talking about like that she came out as something else in a different day, which is cool. I think it's fucking cool, but she just makes me feel so fucking old. And I'm only 29, people. I'm only 29. All right, I'm getting up there, but Jesus Christ, she just makes me feel so fucking old. But shout out to her. I'm proud of her. She's doing great stuff. Trying to raise awareness for pansexuality, LGBTQIA plus. There you go. Issues. So that's really nice. And hopefully she doesn't go so crazy that she tries to change her name to just Joe. Unless she decides she's trans, then I fully support that. But I think that's about it for the Drop and Gimme 20, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been Drop and Gimme 20 with Phil Risden. I am Phil Risden. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Leave a little comment or two. And please remember to leave a 5-star review if you're on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. And leave a little comment there too, man. I love you. I want to hear from you. Any suggestions for new music? Any questions? Because I really want to start doing an advice segment for this show. Anything. Send me anything. I want to hear from you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, and have a good one.